Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach for the third time in a row. In this video I'm going to be talking about WWE Monday Night Raw from the 7th? I think April 7th is when it was, from 2013. Of course we were live there in the Smoothie King Arena. Everybody was all fired up. We were all riding the effects of WrestleMania the night before. What an awesome show that was, and we went in knowing this is our last shot. This is we're going out with a big bang. Everybody's getting on planes in the morning, flying out to whatever they're flying to. So we wanted to make this a big one. When it comes down to it, I don't think that this Raw was as big as the Raws they've had in the past. Of course, you've had the Ric Flair retirements, Shawn Michaels retirements, a lot of shows like that. Last year, of course, you had Dolph Ziggler cashing in. Rock vs. Cena was named, of course, at WrestleMania 27. WrestleMania 28, I can't remember what the big thing that happened there was. You got promos from a lot of guys, I guess, and the Daniel Bryan, I fucking messed that up in the last one. The Daniel Bryan yes, yes, yes chants really took over, and they had him wrestle in the dark match with Cody Rhodes. And I think everybody will remember all of that stuff that was going down. When this one came out and this show started, I was in my seat for the whole time. I never really left. But for some reason, a lot of this stuff is cloudy. I'll always remember, Triple H coming out and saying that he was going to face Daniel Bryan for the championship. I really thought there was a chance that we were going to see Triple H, screw Daniel Bryan. They let him close out the show, but they wouldn't let him, close out the next one. As champion, making sure they were going to take it away. We saw the pairing of Batista and Orton, them sort of coming together, facing the Usos, just really just beating the shit out of them and showing them laying. There's some people out there who think that they're going to become a tag team and they're going to go after tag titles. I think that was just showing them that they could be united. Because, for the last 2 months since the Royal Rumble, we've had these guys doing promos back and forth saying that they hated each other. One guy was going to beat the other guy. I think this was just to show, they're on the same team. Basically, Evolution minus Ric Flair is coming back together. And don't be surprised that, they're kicking, the shit out of everybody. Of course, when the match was about to happen, Daniel Bryan came down. Orton and Batista came out. They hit the Batista bomb. They hit the RKO. They made sure that when Triple H came out, it was pretty much, time to shine. As being a huge Triple H fan, I really thought that he was going to win this match. I was pumped from beginning to end. I was doing the Triple H face. I thought we were really going to witness history. I thought we saw something big the night before, but we were going to see it one more time there on the Go Home show. Everything that was in the middle. We got to see, the Ultimate Warrior come out and have one more speech after his Hall of Fame speech saying goodbye to everybody. And I know that, he put the jacket on. He did the somewhat of an entrance, shaking the ropes. He really wasn't able to do it. We're watching him from where we were sitting. I didn't think that, he was going to die the next day. I just noticed that he didn't shake the ropes that hard, but I thought maybe he just wasn't as big as he once was. I didn't think that he was out of gas or if, he was hurt or anything like that. It just sort of went along. Miguel loved every second of that damn thing, and I did too. I mean, everybody in the world wanted to see Warrior do an entrance at WrestleMania. So getting him to see him do this, that was pretty cool. I didn't believe that, people were saying he was going to be on Raw. It really didn't make sense to me. But people had said that, when Mick Foley was not going to be picked up on his contract, that, as the ambassador, Warrior was going to sign a deal, and people had said that he was going to start, going down there to NXT and, doing sort of, autograph signings and stuff like that. And I wasn't really sure, but I've heard now that I guess that really was true, that the Warrior had become an ambassador to WWE. And he was sort of going to be doing the stuff that Mick Foley had been doing over a few years, just sort of spot showing up on Raw, whenever they needed him from here to there, sort of just keeping him on payroll for, when something came up, they'd be able to have him. It sort of surprises me because I think a lot of people love Warrior, but I think a lot of people like seeing Foley a lot more than they see Warrior. But then again, I think of how much Foley's never really left wrestling, even though he's retired. Even when he wasn't in WWE and he was in TNA, he was on TV every week. So we've never really seen him leave. So we've never really had a chance to get sick of Ultimate Warrior showing up on TV. But then again, maybe this is a spot that Sting will move into now, and maybe we'll find out what people think of somebody showing up on TV way too much. But I don't know how this thing's going to go over, but we're talking about Warrior now. But there was an Alexander Rusev match. I guess he finally wrestled his debut and he beat Zack Ryder. I have no memories of this match either. It was so short. I remember him coming out. I remember him with Lana. I remember seeing the big stage with the big flag on the background. That was really about it. I mean, like, I don't know what I did at that show, but I mean, when it comes down to it, I remember, didn't Wade Barrett beat somebody? I think he beat Kofi Kingston, but I think Kofi Kingston wrestled. I don't really know, man. I had fun. I knew I wasn't in the bathroom. I didn't miss anything like I missed the Shield match because I went before we sat down, but that was definitely a weird, fun show. I'm going to make sure that I go back and watch it some way. I know Hogan came out there. He presented the trophy to Cesaro. He wasn't in there all that long. Sort of gave the rub to Cesaro. Cesaro quit on Zeb, became a Paul Heyman guy. Who knows what the hell they're doing with that? Maybe you know, over the last year, Paul Heyman had he had Ryback, he had Curtis Axel. You gotta just think that maybe they just like having Heyman around. When they have Heyman around, people are always thinking about Brock and thinking that there's a chance that Brock's gonna be there. They like to keep Brock's dates, sort of surprises, and they'll pop up along the way. I'm sure that Heyman will add something to Cesaro, but a whole bunch of people were really wanting to see Cesaro turn babyface. He's a guy who's gonna be in the WWE title picture for a long time to come. He's a big, big raw talent, and I'm sure that they'll use him in the right way. I just really hope that Cesaro doesn't go down the same path as Ryback, doesn't go down the same path as Curtis Axel, definitely. Ryback, I think, honestly, turn him babyface somehow. How he gets dumped by Heyman and he's still a heel, I got no clue. But I'm sure the Feed Me More chance will be back, and people will be popping for Ryback in a long time. But Cesaro is a great talent. He's got a bright future, things to come. Him and Swagger will have a good match at Extreme Rules as long as they don't put some horrible sort of handicap like Zeb on a pole match or something like that. But WrestleMania 30, the whole weekend was awesome, guys. I had a ton of fun. I'm glad that I got to meet all of you guys that were out there, and I'll never forget that. I mean, like, I know that WrestleMania 31 is kind of a lock because of where I am. I really missed Luke, and I'm glad that we're going to see there. I'm working on Jim, and the WrestleMania 30 sort of story behind the camera, or whatever you want to call it. I can't remember. I'll go back and I'll figure it out. But YouTube True Stories, pop. I just figured it out. But we'll go from there. That's Raw. Everybody have a good day, and we'll figure it out from there. Click 30, baby. Everybody have fun.